Your car displays strange warning lights, the engine stutters and refuses to start properly. The mechanic announces a hefty bill of €700 minimum just to diagnose the problem with his diagnostic computer. What I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes will considerably reduce your automotive repair expenses. You'll discover how to resolve most electronic malfunctions of your vehicle directly from your garage, without expensive equipment or deep technical knowledge. These proven methods have already allowed thousands of motorists to save considerable sums on their repairs. The fourth technique particularly will surprise you because it works even on vehicles that seem completely broken down. Be careful, however, an error during the second step could permanently damage your car's computer. Therefore, follow each instruction carefully, without exception, to avoid any irreversible damage. Are you ready to become your own automotive electronics specialist? Let's start immediately with the first method. First technique, perform a complete battery disconnection. This approach represents the best-kept secret by 90% of automotive professionals. When you completely disconnect your vehicle's battery, you don't just cut the electrical power. You actually force the main computer to perform a complete reset of all its internal systems. This operation resembles restarting a smartphone that no longer responds, but with 1,000 times superior efficiency. Here's the exact procedure that mechanics use first. Always remove the negative terminal first, never the positive. This precaution prevents creating a short circuit that could instantly fry your car's electronic control unit. Such an incident would indeed cost you very dearly in repairs. Leave the battery disconnected for exactly 15 minutes, no more no less. During this period, all internal capacitors discharge completely, erasing all parasitic error codes that disrupt your car's normal operation. Let's now move to the second crucial step. Second technique, activate the brake pedal with the battery disconnected. This method may seem surprising at first, but it proves tremendously effective. A Peugeot engineer personally explained this revolutionary trick to me. With the battery completely disconnected, get into your vehicle and press firmly on the brake pedal for 15 seconds. This action may seem illogical, but it has solid technical justification. Your car contains electrical capacitors that retain a residual charge even without main power. These components can maintain error codes and malfunctions in memory for several hours. By activating the brake, you force the complete evacuation of this residual electricity through the brake light circuit. This technique equals completely emptying a coffee maker of its last drops. I have personally observed vehicles defective for 15 days regain normal operation thanks to this simple manipulation. Without this fundamental step, all other techniques will remain ineffective. If you appreciate these professional tips that save you hundreds of euros, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. This helps us enormously to spread this valuable information to other motorists who need it. Third technique, restart the engine computer manually. Your vehicle has an onboard computer that literally controls all mechanical systems. This electronic computer can sometimes malfunction and cause erratic behaviors. Defective lighting, irregular acceleration, excessive fuel consumption. All these symptoms can come from a faulty computer. Fortunately, there exists a secret method to reset it without specialized tools. After having disconnected the battery as explained previously, hold the start button pressed for exactly 15 seconds. This action completely discharges all capacitors of the engine computer. Then reconnect the battery, start the engine, and let it run at idle for 5 complete minutes. The computer automatically relearns all its operating parameters from zero. Your vehicle will thus recover its original performance as if it came directly from the factory. This procedure works correctly only if you have scrupulously respected the previous steps. Fourth technique, clean the electronic sensor connectors. This story happened to my neighbor Peter last week. His car presented malfunctions only in humid weather. 3 different mechanics announced a complete computer replacement for €1,200. However, the real problem resided in an element much simpler to repair. Electronic sensor connectors constitute the vital arteries of your vehicle. When they are dirty or corroded, the engine receives erroneous information. The oxygen sensor, temperature sensor, atmospheric pressure sensor then transmit false data to the computer. Here's the technique used by experienced professional mechanics. Disconnect each connector individually and spray contact cleaner or simply isopropyl alcohol. Rub gently with a used toothbrush to eliminate any trace of corrosion. Pay particular attention to connectors showing greenish traces. This oxidation represents your main enemy. Peter applied this method and his car now works perfectly. The total cost of the operation was limited to the price of a contact cleaner bottle. The fifth technique will literally astound you with its effectiveness. Fifth technique, recalibrate the electronic throttle body. Have you ever felt that unpleasant sensation where your car hesitates before accelerating? This frustrating latency that makes you look like a beginner driver at traffic lights. This phenomenon has a precise name in automotive jargon, the uncalibrated throttle body. Most motorists ignore the existence of this essential component. It precisely controls the amount of air admitted into the engine. When it malfunctions, your vehicle can accelerate spontaneously, lose its power, or even stop in full traffic. Automotive workshops generally charge €200 for this intervention with their specialized equipment. I'm going to teach you the confidential method used by experienced mechanics. Start your engine without activating the accelerator and let it run at idle for 3 minutes. Then cut the ignition, wait 10 seconds and restart. Repeat this cycle exactly 3 consecutive times. Your vehicle literally relearns to manage its air intake. This technique resembles mechanical meditation for your car. The sixth method will truly impress you with its simplicity. Sixth technique, reset the anti-theft system. Have you ever found yourself blocked in a parking lot because your own car refused to recognize you? 2 months ago, a lady named Mary contacted me in a state of total panic. Her vehicle no longer started after a simple battery replacement. The dealership demanded €350 to reprogram the security system. This billing represents pure and simple commercial lying. The anti-theft system sometimes becomes excessively suspicious and considers you as a potential thief. Fortunately, there exists an effective secret sequence in 90% of cases. Turn the key to the contact position for exactly 10 minutes. The anti-theft light must blink regularly. Then turn the key back to the off position for 5 seconds. Repeat this sequence exactly 3 times. On the 4th attempt, turn the key directly to start the engine. This procedure constitutes a true Morse code that confirms to the system that you are indeed the legitimate owner. Mary sent me a thank you message that same evening. Her car started perfectly. 7th technique, reset the climate control system. Have you noticed that your air conditioning seems to have its own personality? One day it freezes the cabin, the next it blows scorching desert air. This situation happened to me in midsummer with my whole family in the car. 42 degrees outside and the air conditioning deciding to give up. This breakdown generally comes from a simple electronic calibration problem. Engine off, simultaneously press the maximum and minimum temperature buttons. Then start the vehicle and let the system perform its self-diagnosis. The system produces unusual noises during this phase. It's perfectly normal. In my case, the air conditioning recovered optimal operation immediately. 8th technique, erase dashboard lights without diagnosis. Do you know why garages charge €50 only to turn off a warning light? Because they prefer to keep this secret that will save you a fortune. Your vehicle keeps in memory all error codes, even those corresponding to already resolved problems. This situation equals a brain that would continue feeling a migraine gone for a week. There exists a confidential sequence that erases these warnings without professional equipment. Engine stopped, turn the key to the contact position without starting, press the accelerator completely 5 times in less than 10 seconds, then hold the pedal pressed for 15 complete seconds. This sound signal indicates that the computer has just erased all its error memory. Dashboard lights turn off as if by magic. This trick works on 90% of recent vehicles. 9th technique. Reset the electronic power steering. Have you ever had the impression of driving a moving truck while trying to park? This adventure happened to me in a shopping center parking lot on a Saturday afternoon. Passers-by looked at me strangely while I fought against my steering wheel like an Olympic athlete. Electronic power steering proves more capricious than a movie star. When it malfunctions, it can become extremely hard or, conversely, too soft. This failure transforms driving into a real obstacle course. Here is the professional secret that automotive workshops jealously guard. Engine running, turn the steering wheel completely to the left and hold it at the stop for exactly 5 seconds. Perform the same maneuver to the right for 5 seconds. Repeat this sequence exactly 3 times. You thus force the system to recalibrate its rotation limits. This operation teaches the computer the extreme operating positions of the steering wheel. 10th technique, drive to re-educate the sensors. Did you know that your car has a true electronic memory? It literally memorizes your driving style and adapts to your habits. After a complete reset, it becomes like a beginner learning to drive. Here is the crucial information that nobody usually reveals to you. After having performed all these resets, your vehicle will present unusual behavior the first kilometers. The engine can accelerate abruptly, the engine speed can rev up, or gear changes can seem hesitant. This behavior is perfectly normal and temporary. Your car must relearn all your driving habits from the beginning. The sensors analyze each pressure on the accelerator, each braking, each curve you negotiate. The technique consists of adopting smooth and progressive driving for the first 30 kilometers. Avoid brutal accelerations and emergency braking. Imagine that you're giving driving lessons to your teenage child. After this learning period, your vehicle will function better than before. The sensors will have perfectly calibrated all parameters according to your personal driving style. You have thus just become your own automotive electronics specialist. You have saved at least 300 euros that you would have spent in any garage. Which technique solved your specific automotive problem? Share your experience in the comments describing precisely your breakdown and the solution that worked. Your testimony will help thousands of other motorists confronted with the same difficulties. If this video saved you from an astronomical bill, show your appreciation by clicking the like button. This allows more people to discover these techniques and escape scams from certain dishonest professionals. For vehicles over 10 years old, 3 additional verifications are necessary before irreversible damage occurs. I present these essential controls in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications to not miss any of our automotive advice that will save you hundreds of euros. Your support allows us to continue sharing this valuable information with the entire community of informed motorists.